They say that motorbikes can fix anything, but can they? So the clips that I've seen, the message is basically motorbikes can fix anything. If you've had a bad day, take the bike out. Split up with your partner, just take the bike out. And in many ways I can see where they're coming from. I understand the message that they're trying to put out there, because there's nothing like just taking the bike out. And this idea of just taking the bike out, I believe it can apply in so many different aspects of your life. Whatever it is that's stressing you out or depressing you, yeah, just take the bike out. Maybe you've had a bad day at work, just take the bike out. Or maybe you're stressed because you just hate your job. Yep, take the bike out. And that's where the idea is that whatever's stressing you out, you know, whatever you're depressed about, the idea behind all of this is just take the bike out. And I can see where they're coming from, because to some degree, at the very least, the bike will help you see things clearer. For example, maybe you're in a bad relationship and you don't know what to do. God knows, I've had a few of these in my time. And nowadays I'd like to think that I would know what to do about this situation, but it's always more difficult when you're in it. So, you know, maybe that's you and you're in a bad relationship and you don't know what to do. Start by taking the bike out. I know if that was me nowadays, I'd certainly start by taking the bike out. And maybe you're single. Maybe you're single and happy. If you are single, I hope you're happy. Maybe you're single and it depresses you a little. Perhaps you look at your bike from time to time and you think to yourself, actually, it'd be quite nice to have a backpack. Well, until such time, just take the bike out. Or maybe you're trying to fix something and it doesn't want to be fixed. Maybe it's putting up a bit of a fight. Laren, yes, that was me last weekend, trying to fix a bike that was putting up a fight. So what did I do? Yeah, you already know what I did. For me, taking the bike out, one of the things that surprised me the most when I first started riding was the clarity that it brings. There were several things that I hadn't expected when I first started riding, and that certainly was one of them. That you could have a dozen, 2 dozen problems swimming around in your head, all getting jumbled up, one on top of the other. You need to fix them all. Prioritising these things becomes a problem. You see, for me, I like to be what I call laser focused. Now, some people call it hyper focused. Whatever you call it, I like to be quite focused on things, particularly on my problems, and the bike provides that clarity. And with the clarity, well, problems just don't seem as significant. I did not trust that car. Yes, with the clarity, little problems, well, they just don't even seem like problems anymore. You know, and your major ones, well, they just seem easier to deal with. But I think there's a bit of a contradiction as well when it comes to the clarity that a motorbike provides, because on the one hand you have to be very focused to ride a motorbike. This is where the clarity comes from. It's almost like you have to pay attention so much so that you can't be zoned out. There's a state of mind that some bikers talk about, and one of them is being zoned out, and it's a state of mind that you never ever want to be in on a bike. And I would like to think that I've never been there, simply because, as I say, riding a motorbike, you have to be very focused on what it is that you're doing. You can't be an NPC like most of the car drivers about, you know, you can't be half asleep. And so with that level of concentration, at the same time, I always feel more relaxed because I'm out on the bike, because of the clarity that it brings. So you have a high level of concentration on the one hand, but then you are very relaxed on the other, and it's a bit of a contradiction. It means that I come to places like this and I'm already very relaxed and very chilled out, and kind of makes me want to go on a little adventure, you know, through nature, maybe even get a quick drone flight as well. So, do motorbikes really fix everything? Well, no. No, they don't. But they do provide such a level of clarity that your problems will be easier to deal with. So perhaps indirectly, yes, motorbikes do fix everything. Just don't go for a ride after you've had an argument. If you do, well, you'll be reaching for gears that you don't have.